Okay, I'm going to do my first review today. Got this product. I actually bought this gallon jug of Evapo-Rust probably a year or two ago when I started my cleanup, and just haven't had time to use it. So I will say, anything this product does, this is an old bottle, so it may be better right off the shelf even. This stuff's about $25 from what I found. I did a little research on the internet. I used it last night, and I'll tell you, I'm sort of impressed. But we are going to pull out the big dogs today and just see, hey, will it do this? I have two pairs of channel locks here, an actual brand of channel locks that's not too bad, some surface rust. I have a Husky brand channel locks that's pretty rusted up, and then I have a Husky adjustable wrench that has mostly surface rust, and I'll take some close-up pictures of these so you can see them. But it's seized up. It just has, we'll throw these in and see. Yesterday I did sockets, and it did really well. Most sockets don't rust. For some reason I had a set of Craftsman sockets that just were horrible. Actually in there I found that there was a Taiwan one. Most of my tools are Huskies and Craftsman. The Craftsman for some reason had a lot of rust on them. The Taiwan had a ton of rust on them. It doesn't surprise me. The Craftsman cleaned up fairly nicely in it. You can still see the pitting in the chrome, but it looks like a new tool now. Once again, I'll take a close-up picture. So what I have, I'm going to do two things. These are going to go into a new solution of Evapo-Rust and let sit and just let it do its job, and I'll show you the end result. I have a small handful of, I have another socket with some light rust. It's actually, I believe it's a Husky. And then I have a handful of bits. Bits always are rusty, or at least in my shop. So I'm going to to see what happens. This is the Evapo-Rust I used yesterday. I just put the sockets in there, poured it over it, let them sit, and then rinsed them off like the directions said. But I saved it thinking, hey, can you use this stuff twice? I'm all about saving money. 25 bucks a gallon is not really that cheap, but if I can use it multiple times and hey, throw my things in it, pull them out, and just do that, hey, this stuff is great in my book. So these are going to be real simple. I'll take a couple photos before I throw them in. These I'm going to just lay flat in this tote and cover them up with the Evapo-Rust. So let me get you a couple close-up shots of these, and then what I'll do is I'll show you the process of me actually putting it in there. So give me a few seconds here and we'll get you some close-ups. Okay, I got close-up photos of everything for you so you can see the befores and afters. Like I said, these are just going to go straight into the used Evapo-Rust that I used yesterday. I cleaned a whole bunch of sockets in it. No, I mean a whole bunch. I mean enough that would fit in here. So those are going to go in. We'll just let them sit. I did yesterday, and I'll probably do it again today. I'll shake this a couple times throughout the day. I'll be working down here all day long cleaning, and I'll just shake it and irritate it a little bit. These, I'm going to try to get them as flat as possible. I don't want to use a ton of this stuff. Like I said, at 25 bucks a gallon, it's not too expensive, but it ain't cheap. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm just going to cover the tool. So I have it, real flat, just cover it above the tools, and we'll see what this stuff does. Okay, there we go. So I believe this stuff said, it tells me to leave it for 30 minutes. Yesterday when I found, at least with the sockets, and like I said, it may be because this stuff is not the newest, 30 minutes wasn't enough. I left it overnight, and like I said, I'm pretty impressed so far. We'll see how it does on the wrenches. I'll make a video, of course, afterwards, showing you the progress, showing you what happens. If anything surprising happens in the middle, I'll shoot that as well. Nothing special here. This is just covered up. Like I said, I'll irritate or agitate it a couple of times during the day. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're back. It hasn't been quite 24 hours, but everything's been sitting. The liquid that was clear has gone to a blackish tinge. The tools at this point don't look too much better. The lightly rusted one may, there's no rust on that one anymore. The real heavily rusted one actually at this point looks better, but the directions say next to rinse these off in water, wash them up. So we can see how dirty the hand grips are. A lot of the heavy surface rust is gone from this. These, I'll reach in here. You know, this actually right now the socket that was all rusty is perfectly clean. And let's pull out a couple of these bits. These bits, they're still blackened, but we'll put them through. Let me wash them off over here at the sink, and I'll bring them back and let you know how it worked. So I just got done washing everything. The adjustable end wrench, all the light surface rust gone from it perfectly. The socket, you know, it wasn't heavy rust, it was all light rust once again, gone from it. The heavily rusted pliers actually turned out nicer in my opinion. It must be their finish. The rust is gone. I mean, they're smooth to the touch. You can hear my hands aren't rasping on them. You know, it turned out very nice. I'm very happy with how those turned out. The expensive channel locks, there's no rust on them, but you can see, you know, the shine is just not, you know, I guess I could polish that, but I'm happy with them once again. They work fine, so that was a win. The handful of bits I threw in there, although, you know, they sort of turned out like the channel locks. All the heavy surface rust is gone. There's just some staining of the bit itself. So I don't know if that's from sitting down. The liquid sort of breaks up the rust, and then whatever it turns into sits at the bottom. And that's almost what it looks like stuck to these. So I don't know if you did another batch and clean solution. Sort of expensive to do them twice, but I'll continue throwing heavily rusted bits and tools in there. I mean, it's a great thing. And then, you know, also anything that's chrome that has light rust, instead of polishing it, oh, I'm definitely going to throw it in there and see what happens. But to me, Evapor Rust is a win. I'll let you know as I play with it more if there's any secrets to it. I am going to save, the stuff in here did turn out fine, so I am going to save my used solution. I'll put it into a jug. I'll keep it separate from my new stuff and just use it to soak stuff, maybe heavily rusted stuff, and like I said, you know, throw in stuff that's heavily rusted in with the light batch later on. I'm going to take all close-up photos of these. There'll be before and after shots at the end of the video here. Thanks for watching.